All right, so we are going to sit here today, and you guys should have your bridge drawings done in AutoCAD. We're going to use Inventor to kind of do a 3D model of this real quick. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, is to open up Inventor and go to New Part. So we'll get that opened. Now we want to actually start a new sketch. So I'm going to start a two-dimensional sketch, and I'm going to do it on my XY plane here. So that's going to come in. Now we're going to actually insert that AutoCAD drawing into this. So in order to do that, from your sketch tab up here in the insert, um, so right here where it says ACAD, we're going to grab onto that, and you notice here you'll have navigate to where you've saved it and pull it up. So see, I'll go ahead and I'll use Colton's today just for fun, see what Colton's got going on with his. So we'll click open there. Uh, if you get this where it says location file, you probably shouldn't there in the school's computers, but if you do, just say yes. Um, so that has to do with more with the way things are stored on my computer here. So, and this might take it a few minutes for it to open it up. All right, so now here's where we're seeing the layers and objects for the import here on your AutoCAD drawing. So, it's going to show you 9 lines, and we could import the 9 lines. We don't really need those. You don't necessarily need your hidden lines either, but I'm going to go ahead and leave those in there. Of course, the main thing that I want are the object lines that you've drawn in there. So I'll go ahead and keep those on and click next. So it's going to kind of run through here. So just make sure that your detected units are inches. Pretty much all you need to do there, and hit finish. And again, this is going to be a few minutes. So, all right. So there you go. Now you have your sketch already to take care of. Now, the only thing that we're looking at for this right now is the front view. So I don't have to worry about the top view here or the side view. I'm just going to come in and use the front view to create my three-dimensional model. So I'll go ahead and finish the sketch out. Now, once I've got that, so we're going to extrude this. So, and now it's a matter of, notice, in order for this to pick up, you got to have closed geometry. So if things aren't closed, you might have to go back and add some more lines to close that off. But the extrusion here, so that I want, we're going to change that to 0.125 because that's all these pieces are 1/8 by 1/8. And now I just kind of come in here and I select these profiles. So I'm going to make sure that it gets highlighted. Notice, don't select the lines. Make sure you come into the center of the part that you want to extrude and click on that. See how it changes color as I go? So make sure that you're on the part that you want to actually extrude. So I got that. I've got uh, this right here. So I'm going to do this one. So come through, click here, click there. And if I come back, let me go ahead and use my view cube and just get it from the front view. We'll click that. All right. Now I think I've got everything now in the front view. I'm not going to click on these because those, if I'm interpreting Colton's sketch correctly, uh, looking at this, he's going to have some cross beams going over, and that is actually for the bed of the bridge. So we're going to just keep it with that for right now. And notice it's coming out this way, so, or towards the screen there, which is okay. So I'm just going to click on OK. So there we go. I have uh, one side more or less ready to go. So, but I want to copy that over. So to do this, now I can use the pattern feature up here. Again, I'm in 3D model, and I'm going to do and use the rectangular pattern. Now, the first thing it's going to want is the feature. So I'm just going to click on that feature. All right, now it's going to want a direction 1. So, and in this case, I need to click the line. You guys can play around with this. If I click this line, it's going to send it either this way up in the Y or down in the Y. So make sure you click on the right way. So I'm going to click on that. Now the arrow is facing that way and going, which is good. And depending on what your bridge is being made at, the 3 inches to 4 inches, just make that whatever it was. So I'm going to say, in this case, oh, notice, so I'm kind of messed up. So this first one is the number of times it's going to occur. So well, we only want this to be 1 time, or sorry, 2 times, and I want it to be 3.5 inches apart. So I'll go ahead and do that. Hit OK. All right, so that gets me the 2 side parts. Now I'm going to go back in. Let's come up here to our sketch. Now notice how I opened up, I clicked that plus there by the extrusion 1, and I'm going to right click on this sketch feature, and I'm going to say share the sketch. That way it'll allow me to do other things if I want with that sketch. In this case, I can see things a little bit better. I'm going to be able to share this for one more extrusion, because now I'm going to extrude these pieces here, but they're going to be on that part where they're showing. So let me kind of manipulate this around. We're going to extrude these. So long as they're closed off, they should work. So let me click on my extrude tool, and I'll click on that geometry. So I'm going to click that there. Now in this case, we'll leave that, well, just so I know that it's sticking out for right now, I'm going to put that at to extend out 1 inch. So now I'll rotate around so you can kind of see how that's doing that. So there's 1 inch there. We're going to click on this one. Or move this down. Click on this one. If you're wondering how I'm kind of manipulating it, don't forget you got the track roller on your mouse. You got the different buttons, and if you hold the shift key down and do stuff, it all kind of acts differently. So don't forget about those tools as you go. So like right now, for me to do this, I'm holding the shift button down as well as depressing the track roller in order to get that to kind of move the way I want it. So so don't forget about some of those tricks to use the shift key and different features on your mouse. Now, I can do this a distance, and whatever that distance is, say 4 inches or 3.5. So if I do say 4 inches, notice that comes out because we made that 3.5. So if I know that, I could go 3.5. So, oh, I messed up. So I accidentally went ahead and closed it. So it's not long enough yet, which that's all right. Not a big deal. I just come right back over here to Extrusion 2 in my browser uh, window, right click, go back to edit feature. It's going to pull that back up. So now I can make some changes here. 3.5. So notice that's not quite enough, so I'd have to add that extra 1/8 of an inch onto that too. Or the easier way is just to say, instead of setting an actual distance, I can say I want that to go to a certain side. So I'm going to use the to feature, and then I'm just going to select this side, and it'll bring it all the way and make it flush with that side as well. So hit OK. So, and there we go. So let me come back up to my view cube. Here we go. So now I've got my 3-dimensional bridge. So looking pretty svelte there. So I want to go ahead. I'm going to shut the visibility off on that sketch so I don't see it. So come right over here to my sketch. I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to uncheck visibility just to turn that off. And there we go. So that is our bridge. So a 3D model of that bridge. So here's what it's going to be looking like from the front view. Here's our side view. So, And here's the top view, rotate it back around like that. Now, notice this isn't going to show the actual hidden lines and such. So we would have to kind of go on into one of our drawing files to create that. So, and we'll do that later, and I'll show you how to do that on another day. But right now, I just want you guys to kind of use Inventor in this way. Make sure you save this file as an Inventor file. So I'll go File. We'll save as. So, and again, as this goes, this is going to be a part file, .ipt. You can just name that, save it wherever you want to, and save that according to our file naming system. So to get that taken care of. So give it a shot, try it out, get it submitted, and we'll go over it when I'm back in class next week. Again, this is to help you visualize what this bridge is going to look like as you get it built. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.